Colorado is joining a growing list of states suing the social media platform Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram.
42 attorneys general are taking action tonight, including Phil Weiser, the state attorney general. Now, the lawsuit is alleging that Meta is harming young people's mental health with its features such as likes, and consequently having a major impact on the youth mental health crisis.
And before we dig further into the lawsuit, let's go in depth on youth mental health here in Colorado. In 2016, more than 1,600 children went to the emergency room for mental health concerns. 5 years later, that number jumped to 140%. Nearly 4,000 children went to the ER in 2021 over mental health concerns. And to compare, mental health visits for adults increased just 23% during that same time period. These numbers from the Center for Improving Value in Healthcare.
Now, the news of the lawsuit against the tech company is considered by many to be a step in the right direction.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon spoke with two experts who want to see social media giants be held accountable.
Social media is mainly confined to our phones, but some people believe it's consumed our entire lives and say mental health has suffered because of it, especially for young people.
We were definitely like the guinea pigs.
Maddie Freeman believes social media made it harder to deal with mental health issues, which she started experiencing in 6th grade.
It was the first thing I'd do when I wake up. It was the last thing I'd do when I go to sleep.
She doesn't blame social media for what happened in her Colorado community.
I lost 10 friends to suicide through my years of high school.
But says she had to do something.
I really felt like I needed to use all the pain and all the energy I was feeling and turn it towards something productive and positive.
Freeman started No Social November, where participants, mainly schools, have 30-day social media detoxes.
Personally, when I first did it, it was a bit hard, but now I look forward to it and it's so easy. It's so refreshing to click delete.
Ask a smoker if they want to still be smoking cigarettes. And of course they don't.
Annie Margaret studies how the brain reacts to social media. She says adolescent brains have a developmental mismatch between one area that really cares about social information and another that does risk analysis and impulse control.
So when you pair that stage of development with the design of these social media platforms where you now have 24/7 access to social information about where you stand in the social hierarchy, that is incredibly addictive for young people.
She acknowledges social media in some instances can feel supportive, but was happy to hear Colorado, along with 42 other states, are suing Meta, the parent company of apps like Instagram, claiming the company knowingly designed harmful features that purposefully addict children and teens.
We've unleashed sort of the wild, wild west era of tech, the big tobacco equivalent, on these young people. And so the fact that your kids in your classroom or your children in your home are having a hard time is not your fault.
In a statement, a Meta spokesperson says they've already introduced over 30 tools to support teens and their families and are disappointed with the path attorney generals are taking. They continue to say the body of research on social media and negative mental health is not conclusive.
Any corporation with that level of power and influence deserves to be questioned.
But Margaret believes the tech companies need to be held accountable, while education focuses on teaching kids the skills they need to navigate the digital landscape.
We're not too far gone.
Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Schools can request to participate in No Social November online, but anyone can take part. Tomorrow they will launch their biggest campaign yet with the goal of decreasing social media usage enough that Meta notices.
And digging deeper into this issue, Denver Public Schools Board of Education took action last month on social media giants. The board voted to join a lawsuit alleging student mental health is negatively impacted by these sites. It also alleges that schools have had to hire additional mental health providers and develop new lesson plans as a result. This lawsuit is going after Meta as well as Snapchat, YouTube, and Google. And I think we all want to know, can these lawsuits actually change anything?
Denver 7 reporter and attorney Jessica Crawford joins us now with legal insight into this suit. And Jessica, I think we're all wondering as well, what would be considered a win for these states that have joined in this lawsuit against Meta?
Well, first of all, they're seeking injunctive relief. So that means a stop to the practices that they say are harming kids. Those things like addictive features, the constant alerts, or rabbit holes of content to keep them compulsively using the apps. California's Attorney General says that the states haven't calculated how much financial relief they want at this time, and that's because they're mostly focused on changing the company's behavior.
Okay, so let's say Meta loses this lawsuit. Would anything actually happen?
Okay, so we have seen how adaptive social media companies are over the years. Tech moves faster than the law. They could just find other avenues to keep people using their products, but the states clearly think that there's been enough harm here that the lawsuit is worth the fight.
And what will states have to prove to win?
So the states claim that Meta violated multiple laws, but one in particular is called the Children's Online Protection Act. And under that law, the states would have to prove that Meta has been collecting personal data on users under the age of 13 without parental consent. And Jessica, I know for you guys, y'all know that that can be a big concern for parents.
It's all so
Absolutely.
scary.
It
Yes,
is.
a whole new world.
There's too much online. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Jess.